winning mentality, championship programs, family tradition. Bearcat Update covers everything Northwest Missouri State sports. Welcome back to another episode of the longest running sports television show at Northwest Missouri State, Bearcat Update. As always, I'm your host, Calvin Silvers. For anyone who has gone golfing, I'm sure the goal for everyone has been to hit a hole-in-one. But what are the chances of someone actually doing it? Well, according to the National Hole-in-One Registry, the odds of the average golfer making a hole-in-one are 12,500 to 1. Northwest golfer Elly Speece has already tallied 2 hole-in-ones in her collegiate golf career.
Since I already got a hole-in-one previously, I was like, I'm probably not going to get one again. That was kind of like once-in-a-lifetime thing. And so when I hit my shot on that par 3, I hit it good. I thought it was decent. You couldn't see the hole at the bottom, so I had no idea if it had gone in. And all the 2 other people that I was playing with, they both hit theirs on the green. And as we were walking up, we only saw 2. And we were like, maybe the third one's, maybe there's another one like in the hole. And so the girl I was playing with from Kearney, she walked up to the hole and she was like, oh my God, it's your ball, Elly. I'm like, are you kidding?
Last week, the Northwest golf team competed in the Grace Shin Invitational in Edmond, Oklahoma. The tournament was held October 4th and 5th, and the Northwest women placed 11th in the 2-day event. Senior Morgan Thiel and freshman Kylie Carey led the Bearcats in the event, with Thiel placing 36th and Carey finishing 27th. Speece finished 53rd in the event, shooting 80 in her first round and 78 in the second, tallying a combined 158, which was 16 over par. The Bearcats will wrap up the fall season October 18th and 19th at the Midwest Classic, hosted by Central Missouri in Warrensburg, Missouri. With that, we are going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere, because Cameron Purvis breaks down Bearcat football plays. You're watching Bearcat Update on KNWT Channel 8. Welcome back to Bearcat Update. The Northwest football team was able to escape a home upset this last weekend, beating Pitt State 20-19. Before we recap that game, our reporter Cameron Purvis breaks down more Northwest football plays from the Bearcats' 30-7 victory over Missouri Western on October 2nd. Let's check it out.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. I'm Cameron Purvis. This week I'll be covering some of the big stat leaders from last week's football game. Mikey Hornsey completed 12 of 16 passes for 214 yards and 2 touchdowns. Al McKellar rushed for 28 attempts, 171 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Amani Donadell had 3 receptions, 1 touchdown on 105 yards. So on this play here, you got Alex Tatum in motion, 2 backs in the backfield. See running back Al McKellar run up, get on the linebacker's toes, kind of do a dig through the line of scrimmage, gets about a 6-7 yard gain. So on this play here, it's just a screen. Mikey throws it to the running back again, Devontae Green. Big Nigel gets out in front, gets a good block. Some receivers get some good blocks, and he gets a pretty good gain on this play. Take a look at it from another angle. Got good blocking downfield for a screen, what every screen needs to be successful. That was a good play right there. On this play here, be watching Cole Hambrough. Keep your eye on him. This guy right here, he's going to be targeted. Basically, all he does is just go up, kind of give the linebacker a move, or safety, whoever that was. Kind of just go right up the seam. Very good move by him. Kind of just eluded him. And there's no body back to help. Good pitch and catch. First touchdown of the game for the Bearcats. Now I love this run here by Al McKellar. You got 2 pulling linemen right here. He just follows right behind their back, cuts off of them, makes the guy miss. Kind of 2 guys miss and run into each other. Runs into another 2 guys, and he's so strong and powerful, they just struggle to bring him down. Great run, great physicality, great cut, great. So on this play here, guys brought in motion. I believe that's Jamar Moya. Inside give to Al McKellar again. He kind of shows a little bit of patience, as you can see here from a different angle. Inside give. Showed a little bit of patience. Stops and goes. Gets it down very close to the goal line. On this play here, watch out for the guy with the long dreads right here. That's number 1, Amani Donadell. He just runs right by this cornerback. He's so fast, he just ran right by him. The safety too. Great catch, great ball by Mikey. He does get caught though at about the 5-yard line. And that's one of his 3 catches for the day. Over 100 yards. Great pitch and catch right there. Here again, we got Amani lined up in the slot out of 3-by-1 set. He just shows off his blazing speed, runs right by the guy on a corner route, Great catch, great ball by Mikey Hornsey. Show the play again. You can catch the Bearcats this weekend against Pitt State. Should be a great game. Hope to see you guys there and get the crowd rocking.
Thanks, Cameron. The second-ranked Bearcat football team has been battling adversity all season, but was able to move to 5-0 after another win this week against Pitt State on Saturday at Bearcat Stadium. This game wasn't the typical walk in the park for the Bearcats, as they found themselves trailing 16-0 with 7:59 left in the third quarter. Hohensee threw 2 interceptions in the game, but would eventually get in a groove, throwing 3 touchdowns, including one with 5:15 left of the game, giving them their first lead of the game. In a 20-19 game, Pitt State place kicker Chase Holmes had a chance to put the Gorillas back on top with 1 minute and 1 second to play in the game, but his 44-yard attempt sailed wide left to give Northwest the victory. This is Pitt State and Northwest Missouri State football, head coach Rich Wright said. Both programs with proud traditions and a lot of history going at it. Our guys showed a lot of resilience, grit, and toughness. It was a team win. We're going to take another quick break, but don't go anywhere, as we will be back with another edition of Sports Swap. You're watching Bearcat Update on KNWT Channel 8. Welcome back to Bearcat Update. We've seen what the speed has done for the Northwest football team this season with a viable rushing attack from Al McKellar and an air raid from Mike Hohensee. Our reporter put 2 Northwest cross-country players to the test and their skill of playing football with help from Peyton Plunkett. Let's check out another week of Sports Swap.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sports Swap. This week we're joined with 2 of our Bearcat women's cross-country runners,
Elly Speece,
Caroline Cunningham, and we're going to be talking to them about their recent races and of course their hopes for this season. So your most recent win came from the Greeno Invite that took you from unranked to top 5 regionally. What is it like to kind of already have that ranking this early on in the season?
Well, as a senior, it's really fun to see us that high up in the rankings, especially when it's been so long for the women to be that competitive. We're a really young team, so I'm excited for what that means not only this year, but in the next couple of years to come.
Do you think with your recent successes that you're going to have to change anything with your training, or are you just still kind of going day to day?
We just have to stick to our normal routine and what we're used to for training, because if we switch things up now, then it will really mess up the rest of our season. So as long as we stay consistent and keep practicing hard like we are now, we will get to that national meet in Florida.
We've seen these runners compete at the highest level in D2 sports. Let's take it from the track to the field. Back for the second time on Sports Swap, we have Peyton Plunkett helping us out with some of these football drills. First challenge, catch and keep as many footballs as possible. Let's see. First up, Emily. So, after that performance, I guess up next is Caroline. Next challenge, accuracy. Closest throw to Plunkett wins. Emily's up first. Next up, Caroline. Up next, rapid fire questions. What do you guys think about when you run?
One foot in front of the other.
Competing to win. Least favorite thing about cross country? The hills. Cross country or long distance track?
Long distance track.
Thanks for tuning in this week to Sports Swap as we watch our cross-country runners try out their skills on the football field. I'm Maddie.
I'm Caroline.
And I'm Emily.
Back to you, Galvin.
Thanks, Maddie. Both of these athletes will look to continue to contribute to their team's success this season, as they have now placed first in their first 2 meets and 5th in the most recent event this weekend at the Fort Hays State Tiger Open. Caroline Cunningham recorded her best 5K time of the year this weekend with a time of 17 minutes and 33 seconds, placing first in the event. That is going to segue us into our next segment, the Bearcat Update Player of the Week. This week's Bearcat Update Player of the Week honors go to Northwest football wide receiver Caden Davis. As we mentioned before, Northwest's most recent game was no walk in the park, as Pittsburgh State brought their A game to Maryville for a matchup of two powerhouses. Another person who brought their A game, Caden Davis. Down 16-0 with the hopes of remaining undefeated slipping through the paws of the Bearcats, Davis knew he had to make a play. Seeing the Gorillas' safeties play up, Davis got behind the defense and hauled in a 33-yard bomb from Mike Hohensee, dragging his feet behind him, breathing life back into the Bearcats. Davis caught two passes on the night, but none was bigger than his second. The Bearcats were facing a crucial 3rd and 8, down by 5 points with 5:18 left. This time, Hohensee rolled out right, slinging the ball to an open Davis, who takes a hit but puts the ball over the goal line, helping Northwest gain their first lead of the game, 20-19. Davis would end up with 41 receiving yards, 33 of those yards coming from the first touchdown pass. Davis's ability to get in the end zone when catching the ball and being the first player to bring some serious momentum back on the Bearcat side paved his way to receive this week's Bearcat Update Player of the Week. That's going to wrap things up for this week's episode of Bearcat Update. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at BearcatUpdate_8 and catch all of our previous episodes on our YouTube KNWT Channel 8. Thanks for watching. We will see you next week. Winning mentality, championship programs, family tradition. Bearcat Update covers everything Northwest Missouri State sports.